Hello everyone, my name is Mojo Jojo, and welcome back to World of Tanks. Today, I've got it's kind of a special video for you today. You may have seen it on Jingles' video once, but this is a double perspective between DaGold Risk in his Leopard PTA and alek in his T-54. Now, a couple of things before we actually start. This is a rather old replay. The T-10 is still the IS-8, South Coast is still in the game, and the tank that DaGold is driving, the Leopard PTA, hasn't been buffed yet. So, if you want to compare a pre-buff Leopard PTA to, the Leopard PTA you have now, and you just recently bought it because of the buff, you will see how it will perform before it got buffed. Now, Alek has taken a sneaky position in bushes and is currently spotting, and DaGold is going to meet up with him and hopefully get some shots in to people camping their own base. Now, what's so good about that position? It's rather far away. You don't get spotted from people camping in their own base. And DaGold is going to meet up with him and hopefully get... You hear that? Is that Alek? Huh. Okay, I never expected Alek to listen to bluegrass music while he was camping in bushes. Then again, I don't judge people for what they do, or how they are, or where they're from, or what music they listen to. But anyway, Alek and DaGold have still taken up their position on the tip of this hill, and I can see that Alek has started driving. I wonder if the music has stopped. Good! It has! But he is in a new bush. I hope he doesn't start up the music soon again. You know what? I'm going to switch back to DaGold before Alek starts up the music. And hopefully... Okay, DaGold's also camping in a bush. I cannot commentate if you guys keep camping in bushes. That's not how I can actively word things. Oh! Alek is actually doing something. Alek is engaging the Centurion 1, a very good player on the enemy team. And Alek is in a tier 9 versus a tier 8 medium. So Alek has every single advantage to the Centurion 1. He has got a support from his team, and all he should do now is not bounce or miss. And he's got... he bounced. At least the Centurion 1 died. And now the rest of his team is actually moving up because someone took the initiative to going in. Alek did have to take some shots for it, but he now has got his flank secured with this whole team. Now DaGold has went down, and that's good because now he's got a flanking position on this AMX 1375. Puts a good shot into his turret, a sneaky shot, and Alek can finish him off, but he has to watch out for this T30 because T30s do that. Now the T20 on his team doesn't... Okay, he's dead. A little bit unfortunate, but it doesn't have that big of an impact for this flank. They still got a lot of tanks here, but they are at a stalemate. Both teams are now using solid cover and bushes to hide from each other, so they cannot get shot and or spotted. Did you see that on the minimap? There's an AMX 12T in our base, and Alek has seen this, so he turns around immediately and head back toward base to see if he can, stop that AMX 12T from actually capping. Is that a sneaky shot on an IS-2? Let's take it. And he's dead. Now, at this point, Alek and DaGold's team is 2 tanks down. It's not that big of a deal. 2 tanks is nothing really. All of the tier 9s are still actually in the game. But our team has fast-moving medium tanks and an IS-8, which is a slow, big medium tank, but it's still fast. And not big, lumbering tank destroyers. And we know that the Jagdtiger has last been spotted on the beach. The Conqueror is still somewhere in base, and the T30 is on the hill in his own base. And here you see why medium tanks sort of have an advantage. They can move around, they can help the base if they're far away, and then come back to help the fight faster than a big lumbering tank destroyer like, for example, the Jagdtiger. There's a good kill on the 5100 by DaGold, because a 5100 is a rather dangerous tank if he gets to clip you. And now this T32 has no chance against DaGold. Goodbye, my lover! So, let's head back to base, while Alek gets a sneaky kill on the T30. Now that is a good kill, because that is a tier 9 out of the game, and a scary one at that. But his team is still 2 tanks down. They've been at 3 tanks down. They have been at a disadvantage the whole game, as far as I can remember. They have gotten their own flank, but the beach has fallen quite rapidly, with big tanks there pushing their way through, and Alek and DaGold are now the only one going back to base to... Okay, let's head back to DaGold's point of view while Alek is tracked. Both of these guys are the only ones to get back to base. As you can see, the IS-8 has actually moved further away from his own base, trying to get sneaky shots in maybe this Panther. or the Conqueror as he tries to push through towards the Centurion. Oh, no, I was wrong. Apparently the IS-8 is coming back towards his own base, trying to get a kill on that Panther. And Alek and DaGold are now basically playing the waiting game. They have to wait for the enemy team to push into their cap so they can surround them. And the T-34 is actually coming through the midway. I did actually not expect that. Oh, DaGold gets spotted by I don't know what. But Alek has got the kill on the AMX-12T. One person dealt with, rest of the enemy tanks to go. Well, maybe except for the Conqueror. The Conqueror is currently busy fighting a Centurion and an IS-3 somewhere in his own base still. DaGold's going in on the T-34, and he's got hopefully flanking fire from Alek. Now all you have to do is not miss here, DaGold. Okay, bounce. At least you didn't miss. I was right there. You didn't miss, but you bounced. And Alek has got sneaky shots into the T-34 side. Sadly enough, he's firing heat into tracks. Sets him on fire though. I don't know if that would have happened with AP. But hey, he's dead, and DaGold and Alek still have a lot of health to hopefully finish this game off. Meanwhile, in the north, the Centurion 1 died to the Conqueror, and now the IS-3 is 1v1. Now we don't know what the health pools are of both of these tanks, but let's just hope the IS-3 wins for the sake of winning this game. Now, if you noticed on the minimap, DaGold went around to hopefully get butt shots into these tanks in cap, and Alek has to get a reset off. Well, maybe not per se, because the IS-8 is doing some work as well. Now there's still 3 tanks in cap. Their whole team pushed into cap as one group, which is a pretty good tactic. You know, you're stronger in groups and all that. DaGold killed a straggler on the beach in the form of a Panther, and the IS-3 actually killed the Conqueror. Great result there by the IS-3, but he is now out of the fight. He is too slow to come back. So Alek and DaGold are basically 1v3 or 2v3ing this group of tanks. Alek gets a heat shot off into the roof of the Jagdtiger. Nothing the Jagdtiger could do. He didn't have the gun elevation. He's now dropping off the hill to get behind the tanks here. DaGold gets a shot into the side of the Tiger 2. Alek is probably going to kill off the 110 from behind, and they've got them pincered now. There's nothing these two tier 8 heavies can do against tier 9 mediums. Alek kills the 110, and all they can do now is surround this Tiger 2, catch a shot, and then kill him. And this is why you platoon. This is why you have an advantage over your enemies if you are in a platoon.